A very good afternoon and a warm welcome to Bears Best Cheongna for the final round of the Hana Financial Group Championship, the 7th edition of what is quickly becoming a hugely popular event here on the KLPGA Tour. Big name stars like Lydia Ko and Min-Ji Lee returned back to South Korea to contest the 1.5 billion Korean won prize purse, and the weather set fair for Championship Sunday. It's a balmy 24 degrees Celsius, nice sunny skies up ahead, and a little bit of breeze to keep things interesting for the ladies out on the golf course. I mentioned that 1.5 billion Korean won purse. It's 270 million won heading the way of our champion. Timothy Loh here, welcoming you along to what should be another brilliant day of golf on the KLPGA Tour. These are the groups that will be in the hunt this afternoon. Choi Min Kyung, Kim Min Sun 7, and Ro Seong Hui, who's just passed the 1 billion Korean won single season earnings mark after last week's OK Man Open. Go Ji Won, the only surviving co-sister to make the weekend in the company of Lee Dong-eun and Song Eun-na. So Yeon-jung, Koo Rae-hyun and Park Min-ji went off just before 10 a.m. this morning. And in the penultimate group, Min-ji Lee looking to go one better than her runner-up finishers in 2021 and 2023. Lee Dae-yeon, the 2023 champion, besting Min-ji in the playoff in the final group with Yoo Hyun-jo, the leader on the points list coming into this week. And of course, Park Hye-jun, who built a sizable cushion coming into Championship Sunday, but a little stumble on the third hole has left the door wide open. This is Dae-yeon's third shot to the par 5 ninth. Off a couple of bogeys in her last two holes, Dae-yeon finds herself back at 5 under par now. None of the previous editions has seen a repeat winner or a multiple time winner of the Hana Financial Group Championship. Lee Dae-yeon looking to change things today. To the start of the back nine, Park Hyun-kyung produced a brilliant round of 67 yesterday to play herself to the fringes of contention. She starts the back nine 6 shots back after 9 straight pars to start Sunday. The dream start with a birdie at the opening hole, but took a double at the third. Back down to 8 under. The slimmest of margins now for the Lotte Open champion. Just in the rough, so hard to get that ball to stop it. Just tickles through against the back collar of rough. Tricky from that spot. Expected Min-ji Lee to make a bit of a run on Championship Sunday. It's been a solid front nine for her, although had a great look at birdie back at the par 5 ninth, unable to convert. She's got it to within 2 shots of Park. Absolutely flagged her approach into this 10th hole 24 hours ago. It's a pretty fine effort to that back left pin. Improved weather has brought out some good crowds for this final round. Hyun-ju, his Rookie of the Year on the KLPGA. Good in the air, comes up a little short, but gets a nice forward kick and feeds down to an excellent position. She's getting the breaks going her way at this stage, Hyun-ju. Defending champion Hana unfortunately missing the halfway cut that came at 5 over par, so there will be no back-to-back victories for Dasom. Jump ahead to the back nine. extra back one hole to EJ On, who found the first group off the 10th tee this morning. It's 5 under par for her round today and has got it up into a share of 6th. It was actually 7 under for her round, but it's just bogeyed 6 and 7. So it's really golf working for Jay On. Poor afternoon. Birdie on the card, and we'll have that for par at 10. Full time to the KLPGA Tour after losing her card on the LPGA Tour last season. Here's a finish this year on home soil. First cut of rough isn't too thick at the back of the green, so gets the club on the back of the ball with relative ease, and it's a very fine effort. I think that'll be a rock solid par, and at the very worst, even if Hyun Jo makes her putt for birdie, Hyun Jo is going to be leading with 9 holes to play. To the 10th we go, and Hyun Kyung, lengthy one for birdie. Worming its way downhill from right to left. It's 7 birdies yesterday in a round of 67. It's proving that opportunities are out there if you're brave enough to claim them. So to tie the lead at 9, Hyun Jo for a 4. Thought she had it. I'm pretty sure the crowd did as well. Great effort, but all stubbornly stays out of the cup. Solid front 9, bogey free, 35 for you. This is the club that has to behave if Minji Lee wants to be a factor in about 2 hours' time. Birdie look here at 10. Start dropping. The 14-time winner. LPGA Tour, 3 of those major victories, including the KPMG Women's PGA Championship earlier this year. Dion just needs to stop the rot. Oh, that'll help. Great birdie for Lee Daeon. Climbs back alongside Minji at 6 under par. Just with the way that there's a little separation at the top, you have to say it's pretty much a 4-horse race at this juncture between Minji, Daeon, Hyun Jo, and Hye Jun. Birdie putt on 8. Runs past. Good effort though from long range. Another one goes for Sung Yoo-jin. Hopes coming into Championship Sunday, playing in the penultimate group, but it's been a kind of a costly excursion thus far for the 2-time tour winner. Just 1 hole left to play in the week of EJ On. A new round of the championship, 66 that was carded by Hyun Jo yesterday. Good 2-putt for Park Hyun Kyung. They're at 2 under. Just going to need some magic over the last 8 holes. years ago, it took a 3-hole playoff, which included Minjee Lee and Thailand's Patty Tanatanakit. Just out the back line, 2 shots back. Has experience winning at this venue. Did so at the Lotte Open back at the beginning of July. He's trying to go wire to wire at the Hana Financial Group Championship in September, Park Hye-jin. Has led since the word go. How well she was swinging it yesterday, drove it brilliantly into the back 9. That's just off the edge of the fairway, but no real harm done. And the first cut to that left pin. Lindsay Lin's had a bit of an adventure down here on 16. Stayed out of the water, but still in the penalty area, and oh dear, dear goodness. It's a steep slope, and that would have been an almighty splash. She tumbled backwards. Became the first woman to successfully defend a major title on the Korean tour since Park Hyun-kyung went back-to-back at the KLPGA Championship in 2021. Ju won KB Financial Group Star Championship in a rookie season. Won it at a canter 2 weeks ago at Blackstone in Incheon. To the top of the KLPGA Tour points list with just over 10 events left to play in 2025. The final group into the back 9 on Championship Sunday, with Hye-jin clinging on to a 1-shot advantage over Hyun-jo, 2 clear of Lee Dae-yeon and Minjee Lee. Sailing a little bit further away from the weeds at 16. See that flag starting to flutter a little bit more. The breeze is picking up as the leaders get to the back 9. Sailing was 2 under par for her round, but likelihood will drop at least 1 shot on the par 3. Back to 11. One of the players in desperate need of a good finish this week to try and make the task of keeping a tour card for 2026 that much easier. Koo Rae-hyun, 1 under for the championship, just 8 players in red figures. Bears Best has been a brute in 2025. Sailing for bogey. Okay. Drops just the 1. Tightest tee shot that the players face at Bears Best. Water all the way down the right-hand side of this 11th hole. Big bunker on the left that must be avoided as well. It's pretty much ideal for Lee. Location kind of tempts you to attack it, especially having only a short iron from 130, but you don't want to miss this green left. It's a tough up and down. She's staying aggressive. She's staying on the attack, and that's a beautiful shot from Lee Dae-yeon. Same with this angle, even though she's coming out of the first cut of rough, it's not a bad shot to have for Park Hye-jin as a mobile phone just goes off in the crowd. Not that she could do with any more distractions, and it's a hugely important day for her. Safely out to the heart of the green. Good smart play. Just try and get this one back under control. Get yourself some good birdie looks. That's all you're trying to do. Is that cutting back enough? Just about for Sung Yoo-jin. She's riding a great run of form into this week. And Georgie's only got wedge into the 10th. Gonna try and keep the pressure on. And she will do that. Excellent shot for Yoo Hyun-jo. She's turning the screws on Park Hye-jin a little. Only sister pair to have won the KLPGA Tour. Go Ji-won and sister Go Ji-yu. Big sister missing the halfway cut this week. This year's Samdasu Masters champion progressing through to weekend action. Which is the company of Song Eun-ah. Outside of the top 60 on the money list this week. Could bank a big check here. Just take a little pressure off with a handful full of events left to go in the 2025 season. Cool, same boat as Song Eun-ah. A couple shots better just to get into a share of 5th. Single shot gained, place gained is going to be vital. Koo Hyun. You don't need to worry about keeping a card if you're the reigning Korea Women's Open champion. Earns a 5-year exemption for her victory at Rainbow Hills back in June. Par for her round and the championship, just inside the top 10 at the moment. It's the tour in distance off the tee. She just managed to find the fairways, doesn't have a distance left, about just 129 meters left into the long 12th. Takes advantage, having only a wedge in hand. Beautiful shot. Back to your leader, closest pursuer in close. This up for Hye-jin. Birdie down the hill. Tracking on a really nice line and some good speed control we've seen out of her throughout the course of the week. Really hasn't put the par saving putts to too much of a test. Park Min-ji good round of golf yesterday. A 67 for the 19-time Tour champion, who's yet to win in 2025. But signs that she's starting to find a little game again. It's a birdie putt on 11. The lead, making an even ball game with 8 to play. He took out a miscut at the Han Kyung Ladies Cup, the only cut she's missed this season, and in the last 5 weeks she has not finished outside of the top 10. 2 runner-up finishes to go wrong with her win at Blackstone. She's got a share of the lead in Cheongna. 2 third-place finishers, 3 runner-ups, a major title. Jo now joins Park Hye-jun at 8 under. Final of the day for Lee Jae-yoon. Take a hop, skip, and a jump, and just trickle onto the green. Should start to gather pace. It's been a very productive round of golf for E. 2 tied at 8 under. Dion to take it to within 1. Pretty simple read this, just a fraction of movement off the right. Through the break. Frustrate Dion a little. Head to Hyun Kyung's second at the 11th. Done the hard part, find this narrow fairway, and she capitalised. She's got 7 iron, a bit of breeze at her back. Separate Park and Yu with 8 holes to play. Some region, the rare players on tour that like to move the ball from left to right, so a little bit more control. And that pretty much the perfect spot. She's going to need a couple more of those on this back nine, but that's a good start at 11. Started to hit a couple of clunky iron shots from this point in her round on Saturday, Minji. So 9 iron in, we've seen how firm the greens are getting this afternoon. Just want to carry that bunker, expect a big kick, and it should feed on. That's more like it. Really good shot from the Aussie. So Jiwon taking a drop at 12 from an embedded ball. This is her putt for par. Yes, well done. 21-year-old winner on tour. 8 on though. After that huge tee shot, was able to keep it fairly close to this front hole location and has an excellent look at birdie. That would move her into red figures. Runner-up last week at the OK Savings Bank Open to Bang Shin Sil. Enjoying a great year on tour. Inside the top 10 on the points list and the money list. Confidently walks that one in. As you look down on that 11th hole, there really isn't much fairway to aim at. You certainly don't want to be right. Young Joe generates a good amount of clubhead speed. Lowest scoring average on tour this year as well, 69.7. 3-wood trying to keep it short of that left bunker, and she'll do that. You'll find the rough, and that's going to be a little challenging to access the left hole location from there. Up on the green, a couple of birdie putts coming for the penultimate group. First, Hyun Kyung, right about pin high right. Warmed up just yet, Hyun Kyung. Jae-yoon to cap off a fabulous final round. Yes, why not? That's a great way to end. Birdie on the last. Equals the low round of the week, a 66, and for the moment takes the clubhouse lead. That's a great week's work. Hyun with the driver. This is a tight line down the left side of the fairway. Does it catch a piece? No. She also finds the left rough, and that really looked like it buried itself into the longer grass. Both leaders slightly out of position at 11. Up ahead on the green. ENG. I have to say, just for her sanity and for her confidence, she needs one of these putts to go in. I feel like she can start to put a bit of a run together. Certainly the most experienced campaigner on the front page of the leaderboard. Okay, she'll get it. So Minji Lee makes a move on 11. Got a good amount of support behind her as well, the Australian. To try and recover one of the 3 drop shots today. Okay, it looked like it was trying to get away, but it tumbles in for Sung Yoo-jin. Into that to 3 under par, sending her back in the right direction. 18th hole is where we find Park Young. 279 starts before her first victory at the Daibo House D Open 2 years ago. For her final round, started so brilliantly with 3 birdies in her first 4, but 3 bogeys in a row. It's been a string of par since. 35-year-old mother. Not the best of lies for Yu Hyun-jo in this left rough. With how firm the greens are, the only way she gets this close is just to carry that left-hand trap, pitch it in the rough, have it take some of the sting out of that golf ball and have it just tumble on. That's such a risky shot. You don't catch it perfectly. You're in that trap, tricky up and down. You catch a bit of a flyer, catch a firm bounce to the green, and go shooting through the back. So I expect this one to be just played out towards the fat side of the green, a little right of this pin. Pitch it pin high, it just shoots on towards the back. Finds the green, Hyun-jo, so bad result by any stretch of the imagination. It's all about just trying to keep the pressure Park Hye-jun. She is a winner on tour. I have to say, probably the most inexperienced of contenders in this back 9. So from the camera angle earlier on, it looked like a pretty poor line in that left rough. Similar case to Hyun-jo, just be smart about this. Not the time to get greedy. Just find the green, a little bit right, give yourself a putt. The jumper just runs through the back. See that birdie on 11 just ignites the charge of Min-ji Lee, who finds herself trailing by 1 on the 12th tee. Player in the final group to hit the fairway at 11. Take advantage of this. We're at 32 left. Back into the breeze. Another well-played iron shot for Lee Dae-yeon. So to 18 we go. Putting from where the pin was on Friday is Hyo-sung, became the first South Korean amateur to win on the Japanese Ladies Tour last season. A bit of a rough day. It's good pace on that putt for one of the bright young stars of golf in South Korea. To the 13th. And I assume there's a birdie putt for Kim Min-sun 7. Alright, confidently hold there. Another player to have won a professional title as an amateur did so at the Mixed Championship at the end of 2023. Ju Young for her part, 11 par 72. Saw a great comment on social media earlier in the week. We waited 279 years for Park Joo-young to win. Came after the birth of her son. So let's not wait until she sends her son to college before she wins again. Song's good friend and teammate on Team Korea in their amateur days. And Sol winning her first KLPGA Tour title a couple months back. The Ladies Cup. Song unfortunately ends her week with a 79. Now back to Minji, who's no stranger to being in the winner's circle. Most successful golfer ever on the KLPGA Tour has this birdie putt at 12. So he had 4 top 10s this season without a victory. Minji, but a very inconsistent year for Park. Here, lots of green to work with from the back of 11. Just a little run up. To reach for the lob wedge. Settle down. Oh, it's very heavy-handed indeed for Hye Jun. Just wonder if she's starting to feel the pressure, maybe the nerves getting to her a little bit. Understands the huge opportunity in front of her. She's coming from the middle of the fairway. It's a tough pin to get close to, especially when you're coming in with a 5-iron. Right on the front second of the green, just 6 from the front, a couple of yards from the right edge, bunker short. So a lot of players just content to play out towards the middle and themselves 30-40 feet for birdie. Especially with Hyun Kim's ball flight being a little flatter and lower, it's just hard to stop it with a long iron. She's reached for the hybrid, which is going to give her a little bit more launch and trajectory. She's definitely going to have to take something off it. Said she's got a great sweeping motion. So shallow into the ball makes her one of the elite players on tour with this particular club in her hands. Just tried to feather one in. Lost a little speed. Toe digs in left. And that's going to be a bit of a tricky one. Hump to negotiate for Park. So with the co-leader struggling for par, and Joe, good chance here to back the lead on the road. Maybe even a 2-shot swing if this finds the target. Tracking, and that's a very good putt. So Eugene, 12. It's under a little heavy contact, but she'll keep it on the dance floor. Song Euna. 13. Good birdie opportunity, even though this penalty area short. He's got good distance control, making solid contact. Plenty of chances of getting a putt from inside 15 feet. Just like that. Do what Minji Lee did a couple of moments ago. It's a birdie putt to take Dayon to 7 under par. slips by for E. She's a tremendously patient player. She's not going to start forcing the issue. Just got to create chances, let the birdies come to her. Deficit remains 2. The line doesn't look too bad for ENG Lee. She's going to have to hoist this one high up in the air if she wants to keep it in the front segment of this 12th green. She's got an 8 iron. The crowd liked it. It's really from the rough. And that is not a bad shot at all. Pressure mounting for Park Hye-jun on this 11th green. Clumsy pitch shot from the back edge. Has left her this for par to stay tied with Yoo Hyun-jo. This time. Such great par saves yesterday. That is a costly bogey that hands the lead to that young lady. 20-year-old Yoo Hyun-jo seeking a second win of the year that will consolidate her lead atop the points list and move her to the top spot on the money list as well. She's already made 997 million won. It's a 270 million Korean won first place check this week. Roh Seung-hui currently holding down top spot on the money list. She's made just over a billion won. With the momentum, the lead, and the honor of the 12th tee. Shot there from Hyun Kyung, left side of the 12th green. Go to Hyun Se-lin, who's followed up a bogey on 16 with another on 17, back at 2 over par now. Expected to hold too often Min-ji Lee. Good pace, downhill swinging from left to right. You could see the rhythm of that swing hasn't changed for Park Hye-jun. She finds herself chasing for the first time this week. Trails Yoo Hyun-jo by a shot. Eugene right fringe on 12 with this downhill left to righter. She would have seen Minji's putt before her, so has an idea of how this ball will react around the hole. It's traveling with a little bit more pace. Too much pace. Thick looking lie for Lydia Ko on the 9th. Hasn't quite been the weekend Lydia was looking for. I'm sure she'd be very happy. Played all 4 rounds and missed the cut last year of this championship. To the 14th we go, and Kim Min-sun 7 for another birdie. Okay. But it's starting to cooperate again for Kim Min-sun. Last week's winner, Bang Shin Sil. Privilege and pleasure. Lydia Ko's company to today's final round. No doubt will learn a thing or two from the 3-time major champion and Hall of Famer. And Lin to end her day with a birdie. Well, had a good round working before those late bogeys. Ultimately a 72 for Ceylin. Eugene hasn't lost a turn on 12. She still finds herself putting, this time for par. Okay. First ever inductee to the LPGA's Hall of Fame, Lydia Ko. The reigning Olympic gold medalist ends her week with a 76. Championship Sunday, Bang Shin Sil. Not an easy putt left for Minji. Got to start this left. Well hauled. Really nicely rolled in. Stays in a share of second. Some brilliant iron shots yesterday down the stretch. Park Hye-jin just got that little sawed-off follow-through, which I'm really becoming a fan of. And for the full send there, it sounded a little thin. Where's this heading? No great harm done onto the putting surface, but it is a different kettle of fish. Dealing with Sunday pressure, the nerves, your body feels a little different. Takes some getting used to. Dion, no stranger to Sunday nerves. 8 victories on tour, a couple of close calls this season already. championships under her belt, including the Korean Women's Open and the Hana Classic, a couple of majors, KLPGA. A pretty big drive. Yu Hyun-jo. More importantly, she's kept it out of that left-hand fairway bunker. You see the pin there, cut front right, just over the small inside track. That breeze off the right, a little bit into her face. So the ideal shot shape is you can hold up some kind of little cut against that breeze. That should come down fairly softly. She's only got 123 meters left of the hole. She's got 8. It's going to have to be a little chippy one. Oh, took off on a good line. There's the number. Pretty good. That's solid from there. Doesn't make too many mistakes. And Joe. Up another birdie, gets herself to 1 under par. This is a really good performance from Song. Actually not a terrible lead for Dayan on 12. The line looks okay. She's on an upslope and there's just enough green to work with where she can land this on the putting surface with a little bit of height. Not worry about it getting away from her too much. Shot, a brilliant shot, somehow doesn't drop for Dayan. Boy, she has had some close calls at the start of this back nine. ENG at the shot 13th, really, you have to say, for the top 4 on the leaderboard, this is one of those holes where it is a must birdie hole. She has played the par 4s better than anybody else this week, Minji. Generous fairway with just a 3-wood in hand for most of these players. Just about controlling the nerves and the pace of this putt for Park Hye-jun. Downhill moving right, but you don't hit it with enough speed. You leave yourself an awful little short slider, so you still got to be positive with your pace. So it was going to be a little low, but the speed was good from Hye-jun. She's half the distance of par. Got too greedy with this putt. How much it slips away to the right, especially the last 6 feet. Just a putt you want to sort of feel and finesse down there. Setting up with a little bit more break, a little bit less speed. Just have the slope of the green feed it towards the hole. Just like that, excellent touch from Hyun-jo. Blackstone in Cheon, where she won the KB Financial Group Star Championship for the last 2 years, is widely regarded as the toughest test on the KLPGA Tour every year. She's no stranger to grinding out pars. Being very efficient and smart golf. And the kind of golf that has seen them move to the top of the leaderboard. Back out to the final hole where the action will culminate in about 19 minutes time. Couple of groups make their way up to this great finishing hole. There's Bess Chung-na. Expect to see a number of putts from this segment of the green. Where In Hee-jung is pointing, that's the apex of it, but the highest point. The ball's path towards the hole. Look downhill from there. Two-time major winner of the KLPGA Tour, In Hee-jung, is another player who's struggled over the last season or two with consistency. Finds herself inside the top 20 at this year's Hana Financial Group Championship. Point that she picked out, but it should work out. Oh, tried to hang on, but good effort though from Hee-jung. Closing part, and so weak with a 73. Got to go flag hunting here. Did not shy away from the challenge. line, just half a club short for Minji Lee. Green is where we find EA1. 2 years in a row she's been Queen of Golf on KLPGA Tour, winning Player of the Year in successive years after bagging Rookie of the Year honours in 2022. And that's a nice way to end the day, just like she did on Saturday. Birdies the final hole, round in 72. Are tight at the top. You have to say it's between the top 4 on your leaderboard. It's Yoo Hyun-jo, the KB Financial Group star champion, who holds the slimmest of leads at 8 under par. Operating out of the middle of the fairway on 13 is Sung Yoo-jin. Likes to move it left to right, so this back right pin should suit her eye nicely. Right on cue. That's the par 5 15th. It's on 7, who's started to roll a couple of birdies in, has another look here. This time. Leads by 1. Hyun-ju is going with 3 wood off 13. All the way to the edge of the fairway. Sure, the penalty area, so probably only has a little flick wedge left as we go up to the green, and Min-ji Lee needs that to keep going. Seen her leave a number of putts short. It's an easy thing to do when you've got a broomstick putter. Hard to swing something that long hard enough. Not used to trailing this week at the Hana Financial Group Championship. She still has time, opportunities. Just has to keep hitting good solid shots. Pretty good from all 3 ladies in the final group there. You could throw a picnic blanket for those 3 tee shots. Got 14 and Koo Rae-hyun looking for a birdie here at the par 3. Good speed though. That's the judge. Ago for Koo with Sawyer jump. But she will find the bottom of the cup. Great birdie there from Saw. After that excellent second shot, actually got Min-ji Lee to get up on the green and mark her ball before she played her second. Oh, can't convert. It was a poor effort from Jin was just starting to build a little momentum. Park Min-ji. Nice tee shot into 14. Needs to get back to even par for the tournament. Finally a birdie on Sunday for Park Min-ji. Get her fans all riled up. Lovely deuce. Min-ji one Minji to another. Australian, just looking to clean things up at the 13th. With the quality of these three players in the final group, someone's going to knock it stiff to this back pin. It's only a wedge. These girls have been pretty soft and receptive all week. We can thank the early week downpour for that. First, just needs to feel like she's still in the conversation. Very much is 2 back, but as early as she needs, you're not going to power in from here and win the tournament. Contact was good. It's a little right, just clears the penalty area. Little for Yu-Hyun-jo. Bit of spin, but okay. As close as she would have liked, but still a pretty solid shot. What's that pitch for here, Jim? Left. It keeps turning left. Clumsy from Park. It's just a subtle difference in the body language from Saturday to today. Shoulders slumped a little bit, just not quite attacking the ball and attacking the pins with the same confidence she had 24 hours ago. Ahead to 14 and Minji Lee in deep discussion with her caddy.
Right. Yes.
Pretty calm right now, breeze-wise, on this elevated tee. She's got 7 iron. Guess where that's gone from her facial expression. Oh, there you go. If you answered 25 feet short and right, you'd be correct. Pretty good. Moves her underneath the hole with an uphill putt.
나가게 쳐도 괜찮아.
I boldly predicted someone was going to stick it close on this 13th hole. Actually, no one has, and Dayon. Bit of a klutzy second. Just cleared the penalty area, but she's put herself in uphill putt. first putts. Between those two, who is away? Let them sort it out as we go up to the $1 billion girl, Ro Seong Hui. She's got 6-iron on the 16th. Last year's Rio Women's Open champion. An excellent tee shot there at the par 3. Gave the hole a mighty scare. No one's driven away with that BMW hole-in-one prize for a number of years now. Hana Financial Group Championship. Back to 15 we go. And Ko Ji-won, who unfortunately, a couple of drop shots, is now back at 5 over par. Determined that Ion is away, so a putt from the right fringe of this green. Just going to be a slow one, working uphill all the way towards the hole. So hard to convince herself to hit that one hard enough. Such as the stick gradient around the cup at 13. Though, this is a putt that will get her attention. She knows the package of this green. It's going to be a little slippery one downhill, and if you're a little bit ham-handed with your pace, this could pull out to almost where Dion is. You don't want that, having just bogeyed the 11th. Slope plenty of respect there. That was not travelling too quickly at all. Darwin at the par 5 15th, the birdie putt downhill, sliding to the right. Oh, it drops for Dong-eun. A couple of birdies on this back 9 take Lee Dong-eun into solo 7th. It's one of those putts where you're not worried about sort of clumsy 3-putt just coming uphill all the way. You can be aggressive with your speed. You're starting to build a little momentum. Freewheel putts of this range a little more, and it's not surprising to see them drop. Joe leads by 1, could double that spread. This one finds the bottom of the cup. Was very bold with the pace. So that's no gimme. converts after that lovely wedge shot. Nice little birdie. First of the day. Here we go. It's on 7 from distance at 16. Just about a 4-footer back on 13. Wouldn't it just be ironic if she rolled this one in for birdie at 14? Of course she will, because that's just the game of golf, isn't it? It is rewarding as it is ridiculous. Great birdie there for Sung Yoo Jin, left to rue those early bogeys. She's still battling to keep herself relevant. Big putt for Dayon, can't be giving up shots, not on a hole like 13. Confidently stroked for Dayon. Just to tie the lead. And at the 14th for Minji. That's hit positively. Oh my goodness, how's that missed? It like hit the back of the hole. It wasn't even the full lip out for Minji. It was an aggressive try. It was a good putt, but it goes unrewarded for the Australian. Just keep the focus up here. Hyunjo. Just a right half putt. The putts that you've got to make the championship Sunday. It's so polarizing. You roll them in, you feel confident, and that confidence builds. You somehow miss these. You start to second guess yourself. Solid. Nicely holed out. Keeps the lead. Hyunjo.
플레이하겠습니다.
Same case for her. Deal with the distraction. The crowd really starting to move along up towards the 14th tee as she settles in over this par putt. Handled nicely. At the par 5, 15th. Will it stay up above the slope? It will. Gorgeous shot from Minji. Don't stare at it, run up and mark it, Park. What are we doing? She can't believe it stayed up on top of the rise. Back on the tee is where we find Sung Yoo Jin. looks like a fairly innocuous hole location on 14. But you don't make solid enough contact, you end up in that front bunker. That's not an easy up and down. Expect a sensible shot to be just a little right of the pin. I've seen in the past, she's a very good front runner, not afraid to be leading championships. Yu This one's certainly off a little right, a little deep, but it's okay. Just avoiding any silly mistakes now. Across to 15. She's got to think 8 under minimum. ENG, she gets to 9. That'll probably be her little mini target over these next 4 holes. This 15th is pretty much a must birdie for her. She wants to avoid another heartbreak at the Hana Financial Group Championship, where she has finished runner-up twice, both of them in playoffs. And one of those to this lady, Idayan. She's got one top less than Yu. That probably is the right back. It is a little deep. Just by extra tossing up of grass. Maybe the wind's starting to switch a little at this tee box. It was gently off the right for most of the day. Sticking with that 7-iron. Have to work it from right to left. So this is a very comfortable looking target for E. Appear to like the strike, but she'll love the result. What a tee shot at a time like this for Idayan. Not the time to press the panic button yet for Park Hye-jun. Solid shots, solid swings at conservative targets, like the great Ernie Els used to say. That's what she needs. Maybe a little too conservative there, but she's dancing at 14. No one's made an ace on this par 3 all week. No one is going to win that mattress and bed set worth 140 million won, which I still find remarkable. It's almost $100,000 US for a bed. Slightly more practical prize up for grabs on 16, that new BMW 5 Series. So, how brave will she be? It's a pretty solid tee shot given the circumstances for Song. Just be a layup here on 15. Get it past the creek that splits the fairway. Beg your pardon, Park Minji. Trying to get the right side of par. He's only had 4 top 10s this season. Finds herself in solo 11. Oh, not anymore. Birdie there, back to back for Park. Up into a share of 8th. 257 metres, does play a little downhill. Maybe out of range for ENG Lee, just trying to give herself a nice yardage in for her third. Ju. Her win at the par 5 9th and 8 over par. This is her third shot. It's a very nicely played one. We're into the closing stages of this year's Hana Financial Group Championship, and it's the star champion Yoo Hyun Jo who holds a slim one-shot lead over overnight leader Park Hye-jun and the three-time major champion Min-ji Lee. Third shot to the 15th for Sung Yu Jin. Got to make sure you get it all the way up that slope, just short of the pin. Get a decent amount of spin on this. Don't want it backing up. Okay. Good distance control. Yourself a putt from pin high. Back to the overnight leader, Park Hye-jun, with this outside chance for a birdie at the par 3 14th. That was struck with a little more conviction.
조금 밑에.
Hasn't been able to get too much going today on pars except for a drop shot at the 13th hole. Back at 1 under now. There's that one to skip up the slope. It's a delightful shot for the player who's known as Cutiful. It's a chance to extend again for Yu Hyun-jo. Wasn't far off. Excellent effort from the 20-year-old leader. Gotta manufacture something brilliant here, Minji. Doesn't have to worry about spin. Only 53 meters to go. Into the slope, get a bit of check. You stay up there. Just hangs on. She capitalized after that brave tee shot. Lee Dae-yeon takes it to 7 under. Another player joins the pack within one of Yu Hyun-jo. It looks like we're going to head for another photo finish at this year's Hana Financial Group Championship after Ma Da-som's blowout win last year. It's going to be a race to the finish line. Lee Dong-eun, 116. Nice line on that. Going to pull up just a little shy. Korea Women's Open champ. Hyo-ju to end her week with a birdie. Okay. Positive way to end despite the round of 73. It'll be a top 40 finish for Yu Hyo-ju. It's the 15th hole you can see on the bottom right of your screen where the crowd is starting to gather. Final group make their way up to the tee box with Yu Hyo-ju leading by 1 over 3 players. Lee Dae-yeon just birdied 14th with the honour here at the par 5. Sung Yu Jin for another birdie. Straight up the hill, so I can give this one a good wrap. Not to be. She's not one to be concerned, you know, is that they still have to make birdies to catch her. Confident snatch of the tee tells you all you need to know about where that one's heading. To get herself into a tie for the lead. One that moves from right to left, but just staying relatively straight towards the end. All the movement's going to be in the first couple of feet. Didn't hit it, just did not hit it. I've seen that a number of times. Such a great player, tee to green, but occasionally that putter does run a little cold. Simple little tap in. Park In Kyung to take it to 2 under. The tie was her struggles on Sunday. Second shot to final hole, only her 5th cut made on tour this year. Needed a couple of yards more. What began as a pretty wet week has turned into a brilliant canvas on Championship Sunday, where Yoo Hyun-ju leads a trio of challengers by a single shot. do recall in slightly drier conditions in years past, this 15th hole provided a fair amount of drama with players being able to reach into, get a little bit more run in the fairways and shorten up that second shot considerably, but not so much the case in 2025 with the soft condition of the golf course. I'm just trying to lay it up. Unusually warm summertime season in Korea. Thunderstorms. National average recorded temperature is almost 2 degrees Celsius warmer than it's ever been. Tough couple of months for greenkeepers. The 524 golf courses up and down South Korea. And Hyejun laid up safely on this par 5. What does Yoo Hyun-jo have in for her second? We wait. We'll go over to Jaravi Bunchan. It's coming to the end of her round. And a birdie on the card for Bunchan. Almost a flashy way to finish, but one in. A closing round of 76 at the moment. It's just good enough for a top 25 finish. A player who desperately needed more like a top 10 this week. Hyun-jo. Get pretty close to the front edge, similar yardage to what ENG Lee had in the penultimate group. Goodness, was that a stone cold top? I think it was, you know. That might be in the penalty area. Oh, what a time to make a mistake like that if you're Yoo Hyun-jo, and that's just blown this tournament wide open. Pressure. It does strange things to great players. Her boyfriend Sadom Gaukanjana won the Kolon Korea Open back in Chuncheon at the end of May. Chuncheon fortunately slumps to a 76 on Championship Sunday. I'm sure she'll take the positives from this week into next week's Height Jinro Championship at Blue Heron. Has got it back to even for her day after her birdie on 15. Tee shot on the way at par 3, 16th water down the left. This one heading a little right. Miss. Finding the creek after pretty much a stone cold top on Joe. Has had to drop and play four from the other side of the penalty area, and she's still got quite a ways to go to get to this green. Just got to put that mistake out of her mind, try and give herself a chance to save par. She'll get relief off that sprinkler hit. She doesn't know it, but ENG Lee could have a share of the lead. She's in the penultimate group, so 30 or 2, she can put some pressure on the final 3 ball. It's an excellent tee shot on 16, but will the putter cooperate for Lee? Himself a great chance. Die on. position in the course of this final round. Mistake from you. Going to die on a little opening here at the 15th. Giving herself an uphill putt. Every chance of a two-shot swing unfolding at this par 5. Lead on in at the other par 5 on this back nine, the long 17th. This is her third shot. Just inside of 100 meters. You play up to this elevated green. By bunkers short. You'll get that one to come to a rest about 12 feet away. For Parkia Jun, just a little respite as well for her. A bit of a bare lie, just crafted an excellent approach. So Daeyeon and Hyejun with great birdie looks. Yoo Hyun Jo, after finding the penalty area, is still not on the green for 4. This tournament even tighter at the top. Hyun Kyung on 16. This downhill right to lefter for birdie, just off the edge of the green. Got to be spinning a little. Heart's got to be racing for Yoo Hyun Jo after it's been a bizarre last 15 minutes for the 20-year-old. Still, the task is simple here. Just with where that hole's cut, if she tries to be a little too bold in this par putt, she hits it with too much speed. It could easily catch the slope and roll another 10-15 feet down into that valley. About pace here. Give yourself a chance. Limit the damage to no more than 1. Just downhill all the way to the hole, and you'll be moving a decent amount off her left as well. I think the putter's the right play here. As the old adage goes, a bad putt's always going to be better than a bad chip, especially with adrenaline and nerves running through your body. Effort. She'll have to stick a spot on that. Bogey still not yet secure. Dongan at 17 to take it to 3 under par. Knew where that one was headed. Confidently walked in. Kim Min-sun 7 has reached the final hole. So if we found the fairway off the tee. Haven't seen too many short shots stuck close to this pin. Just landing in the fridge, killed the speed, but not a bad lead for Kim Min-sun. Into the lead of the Hana Financial Group Championship with 3 holes to play. She bounces on 15. Lee with back-to-back birdies gets to 8 under par. Yoo Hyun Jo going to be dropping at least 1 shot at this par 5. We've seen it time and time again through the years. Such a patient player, Lee. Crafts chances and just takes them the opportune moments on Championship Sunday. You see another player move to 8 under. Giving herself plenty of good looks. Min-Ji Lee needs 1 to drop. This is a vital putt on 16. Can't take it. Again, the putter just letting Min-Ji down when she needed it most. Wants to get back to 8 under. On the top spot. Ends it high. Now it's the turn of Lee to lead outright with 3 to play. Boy, this Sunday has certainly delivered in terms of drama. That lead has flip-flopped all throughout this round. Legend starting with a 3-shot cushion. Young Jo with some excellent golf. In the lead for the entirety of our pack 9. Now the 2 of them and Min-Ji Lee are going to find themselves chasing the 2023 champion at Bears Best. There's still 3 holes to play. Did what she had to do after that second shot. Looks off with minimal damage done. A little flip-flop at the top of the board. Sees Lee Dae-yeon in pole position coming down the home stretch. Gotta find a birdie in these last 2 holes, Min-Ji, to have any sort of chance. Just don't seem to be making any silly mistakes over this closing run. obvious, the one place you can't go on this 16th hole. Trouble, nothing good on the left-hand side of this par 3. Breeze, certainly the strongest it's been all day long, is helping and coming off the right. So players can look to start this tee shot just on the front right third of the green and let that wind push it back towards the target. Even if it stays straight, it'll be a great penalty for that. This is not the time to get greedy. Try and attack this flag or hit some kind of hero cut-up shot. Dion knows that. A natural draw should mean that she can start this almost right edge and let the wind push it back towards the target. Ladies on 14 and 15. A stumble from Yoo Hyun Jo has given Dion the lead by 1. She looks for a second Hana Financial Group Championship in 3 years. 9th KLPGA Tour victory. The advantage and the momentum certainly in the corner of the 28-year-old at this stage of Sunday afternoon. Kind of a deliberation between Dion and her caddy here. It's just trying to work out what the wind's doing. So only when you've got a bit of a crosswind, you're trying to establish whether it's helping or it's hurting you. And what we saw from the camera angle at the back of the green, it certainly looked like it was helping, definitely coming off the right. That was a stunning shot, maybe just a little deep, but that'll do for Lee Dion. We'll go back to the 17th and Park Min-ji trying to claw her way up to 2 under. A little too firm on that line. I saw her use that little abbreviated follow through, that sort of trappy squeeze shot. Just such great effect over the first 3 days. I haven't seen that little sort of follow through at all. I've hardly seen it this Sunday. This is a good spot for it. Try to trap one. There it is. Keep the flight down, but she doesn't like it. Is that heading out to the right? Yes, it is. Kim Min-sun 7 on the home hole for a closing birdie. Drop, but good pace will leave her just a little kick in the bar to end her week at 2 over. The deep breaths, calm the nerves, put a good swing on this one. club of the three in the final group. Uh-oh. She doesn't like it. That one's a little left. Oh no. Yu Hyun Jo. Wheels have come off. Not in the penalty area. It should have just hung up on the bank in that thick rough. It looked a different player in the last 40 minutes. 17, Minji just trying to lay it up to a good number at the par 5.
나이스 파! 화이팅!
It's Dion, who's in control of the Hana Financial Group Championship with 3 holes to play. She leads on 8 under par. Doesn't need to do too much with this one, Park Jin. A little stab and run, everything's sloping down towards that hole location. Just one the contenders still going to find some struggles with this back nine. Kyung. 17. Good solid sounding contact. Pretty good shot. Just finds that middle level of the 3-tiered green. So you can ask for coming in from A long way back. And Joe. Looks like the ball is in the penalty area. Not in the water. It's like a very thick line though. It's almost a shot where you feel like you stab the leading edge of the club into the back of the ball with almost no follow through. It should just pop out with no spin and chase on. It's not a shot you practice a lot. It requires a lot of touch and feel. Of course, commitment and acceleration. Skidded on her, came out a lot lower than she expected. Almost looked like she tried to play that with a straight face instead of maybe opening up the club face and using loft. It's tough times if you're a Yu Hyun Jo fan. Meanwhile, Sung Yoo Jin into 17. Nicely played, and she'll be really rueing those early mistakes. Meanwhile, Daeyeon held her nerve brilliantly throughout this day. Finds herself in the lead with a birdie effort on 16. No gimme yet for Lee Daeyeon. Three players in the final group with still a long par 7 putts coming up at this par 3. Flag hunting here, no two ways about it, and she'll do that. Oh, stay there, there's a little spine that could catch it, no, okay, stays on the correct level. There's an aggressive swing from the Australian. Lead on that final hole in her championship. She's at 3 under par. Tour and driving distance, so only a 9-9 into this closing par 4. Work its way off that slope a little bit. Beautifully manufactured. Kim Joe. 16 after a problematic tee shot. It's not going to go, so back-to-back bogeys proving costly at an inopportune time for Yu Hyun Jo. Hyun Kyung ahead on 17 for her birdie with this downhiller. Crucial putt really all at this stage of the tournament. Jun to save a par and stay 7 under. The overnight leader slips it by the right edge. Very big moment for Minji, who has made really nothing on this back 9. It's got to go. And it will, with dying breath, just creeps in over the front edge, and Minji Lee grabs a share of the lead. Just enough steam on it. A vital birdie. especially with Dion still sweating over this 5-footer for par, a hole behind. Maybe just a putt that needs to be started on the left edge. Just looking outside left by the looks of things. Good thing she did. That had a lot of swing in it. That's a huge putt to keep her tied with Minjee Lee at 8 under. And might be a case of deja vu all over again. Two of them had to duke it out in extra time in 2023. Could we be heading the same way in 2025? Jin set some good putts on this back line. Just hasn't been her day, really. So inside the top 5 comfortably, though, at 4 under. So go to Lee Dong-eun on 18, who could join her. This a birdie putt to sign off with a 68. That's low. Just a little low. Lee Dong-eun. Finish of the season. A very good year for the 21-year-old. 68-69. Was playing on the weekend. So 2 holes to go. Dion and Minjee deadlocked at 8 under. Hyunjo and Hye-jun late bogeys on 16. Proving costly. Looks like Jun's already set off. We're at the 17th. Must be a little deflating, you have to say. 3 over for her round today. To sleep on the lead once again. Miraculous finish, unlikely to go wire to wire. Bears best this time. Just fallen behind a little. You tend to see that championship Sundays with the final group. It's taking a little bit more time to get prepared and settled in before we pull the trigger.
Sure.
Target fairway on 17, but Dion's missed it. Important tee shot coming up for Minjee Lee on 18. You find the fairway, you can attack. You come out of the rough, you got to play defensive. She's tied for the lead with Lee Dayon. She's found the fairway. As we said, this is probably going to come down to Minjee and Dayon. Who's going to hold their nerve and who's leaving theirs best with the 7th Hana Financial Group Championship. Tee shot in the right-hand rough. The line not looking particularly good. It might just force Lee Dayon out a little bit further down the right half of this fairway, leaving her longer third shot in. Don't want to bring those left bunkers into the equation. number one, the co-leader. The 18th, Sun Yujin. Sort of play it into the slope, just long left of the pin, try and use it to slow the ball down and back towards the target. And as the slope should start to work its way right. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, very clever shot by Sung Yujin. They're just coming up short of the green. It's a big moment now for ENG Lee. So often a bridesmaid at this championship. Co-lead, second shot on the last. Oh, and it just hangs up in the fringe. That's an unlucky break for Minji, who now will have a devilishly quick putt straight down the hill for a birdie. Trying to play the right shot, just tucked it a fraction. And the Lee siblings still on for the sibling double. Younger brother Minwoo Lee tees off in a couple of hours' time in the final round of the French Open. Tied for the lead with none other than five-time major champion Brooks Koepka. That is certainly going to be a fascinating watch on the DP World Tour this evening. Joe needs something special. That counts. Straight at the target. She's not given up hope despite her missteps over the last couple of holes. Running out of holes. Choi's got to take it straight up the flag here. And she does, right over the top of it. We'll have a putt from around 20 feet. Pressure on Minji Lee up ahead if she could stick it in close here at 17. Nice full pitching wedge from this yardage. Just pulling it a fraction. Keeps it on the correct section of the green. Ion. Weekend the par for her final round. 67 yesterday got her into the penultimate group, and looks like she's going to comfortably finish inside the top 10 for par, remain in solo 8th. does go to a playoff. Minji's playoff record not exactly sparkling. Twice a loser on the KLPGA Tour in this championship to Song Da-eun and of course Lee Daeon in 2023. She's 3 for 3 in the LPGA Tour, one of them being a major at the Amundi Evian Championship in 2021. This to post 9 under. It's a quick one on 18. Giving it a great try, Minji Lee, who has had heartbreak at the Hana Financial Group Championship in many an occasion, finishes birdie to get to 9 under par. That sets the clubhouse target, and that is the 4th different solo leader we have had on the back 9 Sunday. One more look at that putt. Is it the putt for the Australian? What a finish. He said that putter needed to start cooperating, and boy did it pick the perfect time to do so. On a heartbreak in 21 and 23, Minji Lee has now asked Lee Daeon the tough question. Can you find a birdie in your last 2 holes to take us into extra times at this championship? Boy, oh boy, has this final round delivered. And it's still not over. Daeon would have heard a roar from up ahead. May have been able to guess what caused that. Can't control what Minji does. What she can focus in on is this birdie putt in the 71st hole. Good, you know. Oh my goodness! Would you believe it? Lee Daeon, birdie 17 to tie Minji Lee at 9 under par. Unbelievable stuff we're witnessing down the stretch at the 7th Hana Financial Group Championship. Not so fast, Minji Daeon. Still has the 18th hole to play. Nothing more she can do. It's been a fabulous day for Minji. Posting that bogey-free 68, really showing her class. But how about Lee Daeon picking up her 3rd birdie in 4 holes to get to 9 under, and just got a feel for Yoo Hyun-ju and Park Hye-jun. Minji's 9 under par total in the clubhouse. You feel their race is pretty much run, but still a lot of money and points to play for. That one's not going to go for Park Hye-jun. Back to 18, and Sung Jin for a closing birdie. She'll get one too. Great finish there for Yoo-jun. Tough start, dropping 3 shots in her first 10 holes. Really did the damage, but that is a classy way to end the week off for Sung Yoo-jin. Solo 5th for her. Kim Kyung for her par. Well done, nicely holed out. Level past 72 for her. Another top 10 for Park Hyun-kyung. Min-ji Lee in that amazing finish. Just sign her scorecard and I would assume stay pretty loose. The range isn't too far from that 18th green. Very much looking the way of a playoff once again at the Hana Financial Group Championship. Team Jo can't get her birdie to drop after that excellent approach. Finish free 68. Min-ji Lee sees her post 9 under. Is it going to be good enough for extra holes?
나 17번 홀에 민지 언니 버디 퍼 들어갔다 대밀었잖아.
현정 프로님 36, 2분 맞죠?
Championship that she has felt like it owes her one.
옆에서 보는데.
All those close calls through the years.
성균지 프로님 3834.
Of the tournament. Ji Lee a birdie on the 72nd hole to get to 9 under par. And then moments later, Lee Dae-yeon with a stunning birdie to respond. Between those two now.
Where do we go?
Dae-yeon and Min-ji Lee.
You never know. She still has to play the last hole.
No, I know.
Oh, I know. I mean, they want us to get ready to go.
Oh.
But
Oh, it's interesting. The suits and the tournament committee telling Min-ji get ready for a playoff. It's a bit disingenuous to Lee Dae-yeon, who still has the 4/18th hole to play. And again, with that final on hole location, Min-ji's just shown us that you hit this fairway. In Song Yoo-jin, you can craft yourself a decent birdie opportunity to win it outright, but you end up finding the rough, particularly the left rough. Even keeping the ball on the green isn't an easy assignment. The process is simple. For Lee Dae-yeon, 2 good swings here. Give yourself a putt to win. It starts finding the fairway though. Done.
있으면 살짝 뒤집어드리는 거.
Of course, if it is a playoff, we'll just head back down to the 18th tee and continue to play this par 4 until the winner is determined.
왜 이렇게 안 와?
I tell you what, you've certainly gotten your money's worth. If you found a seat in the packed grandstand at the back of this 18th hole, you've seen some fireworks all throughout Championship Sunday. You're at Bears Best, and there's a pretty good chance that there may be more golf to play. Nothing more that Minjee can do after that round of 68. Dayon can win it outright with a birdie on the 18th hole and break Minjee's heart once again at this tournament. Stay patient. Bogeys on 6 and 8. Stumbling her through the front nine, but it was a good closing birdie at the ninth that turned her in even par 36. Had excellent opportunities to start the back nine. Dayon turning on the style at the right time. Vital birdies at 14, 15, and most recently at the par 5 17th. Gotten her to 9 under par. Good tee shot straight down the fairway on the last. She'll have an opportunity to try and set up a championship winning birdie putt. First, it's going to be Yu Hyun-jo to play. It looked like she was cruising all the way through this final round before a cold top on the par 5 15th led to a bogey. Shares third with the overnight leader, Park Hye-jun. The day is just going to get a little longer for Yu Hyun-jo, who finds the bunker at 18. Down to this now for Dayon. She's set up championship winning putt. Got the slope on the left she can use. Just don't want to be in that right hand bunker. I like it. Is that going to worm its way off the slope? It's going to come down. It's going to try. It's a quality iron shot, and she will have that for the title. Solo third pays a whole lot better than a share of third. Park Hye-jun with Yu Hyun-jo in the greenside bunker. There's 133 left, and that's clumsy, that's pulled. But that is going to be a slightly easier up and down than what faces Yu Hyun-jo. Disappointment surely. Park Hye-jun by 3 coming into Sunday and just hasn't been able to get anything happening since her opening birdie at the first. Down to Dayon. Some great playing over the last hour. excellent shot into 18. Will have an opportunity for a birdie. Outright victory. Take nothing away from that fabulous finish from Minjee Lee. He's on 17 and a roof raiser on 18. He's forced Dion's hand. This lady, a potential championship winning putt coming up on the 72nd hole, and that's what you work so hard for as a professional golfer, to put yourself in this position, to have this moment on a Sunday afternoon with a tournament on the line.
드디어 18번을 그린으로 입장하고 있는데요. 한 선수 한 선수 소개할 때마다 따뜻한 박수로 응원해 주시기 바랍니다. 먼저 유현조 선수를 소개합니다. 다음으로 박혜진 선수를 소개합니다. 마지막으로 이다현 선수를 소개합니다.
Doesn't have to overcomplicate this. Got a good break. Ball staying out of the bunker for Yoo-Hyun-Jo. As long as the lie's okay, this is not a difficult shot. Just played that very nicely. Really good touch. Yeah, it's got to be a little deflating for Yoo-Hyun-Jo and Park Hye-jin, feeling like they're playing second fiddle. This dramatic series of events that have unfolded over the past hour or so at Bears Best. Even par 72 to end the week at 6 under par. KB Financial Group star champion. Never easy to sleep on the lead in a professional tournament. Easy when you have to do it 3 nights in a row, as Park Hye-jin has had to do. A bit to win wire to wire. Just going to come up short. It slopes down towards the hole from here, so just land it past the fringe, let the slope do the rest of the work. Really nice touch. Market. Leave us with this moment. Dayon, 24 months ago, just very green. Third playoff hole, made a 40-footer to break Minjee's heart and win her Hana Financial Group Championship. It's a much shorter putt, but the result could be the same. Pretty similar line to the one that, to the putt that Minjee had, albeit Minjee from the left fringe, so we know that it should stay fairly straight the last couple of feet. Here's downhill, so you don't have to worry about getting the ball to the hole. The way that she's putted for the last couple of holes. fancy her chances to, at the very worst, scare the cup with this effort. Die on the 72nd hole. This birdie putt to win the Hana Financial Group Championship. Oh, it had a look. Strap in, folks. We're headed for extra time at the Hana Financial Group Championship. And I think that's only fair that we send it to a sudden death playoff. Fabulous goal from both Min-Ji Lee and that lady, Lee Dae-yeon, for the closing couple of holes here at Bears Best. Sudden death playoff will commence shortly to crown the 7th champion of the Hana Financial Group Championship. Oh boy, it's going to be a good one. There's going to be a lot of movement around as spectators and fans jockey for position down the fairway. Park Hye-jun. Disappointing 75, but it'll be a share of third alongside Yoo Hyun-jo. To be a second victory in Cheongna this season for Park, but a good tournament nonetheless for her. So for the third time in 5 years, we are going to head to a playoff at the Hana Financial Group Championship, and it is once again going to involve Lee Dae-yeon and Min-Ji Lee. Who's in this position, courtesy of one of the great finishers on the KLPGA Tour this year. Vital birdie on the 72nd hole. Both players deadlocked at 9 under par. The playoff will commence in a couple of moments, so do stick around here with us in Cheongna.
배준 프로님 373875 맞으시죠?
실적보단 낫잖아요. 아이고.
부장 프로님 3633695 맞으시죠?
I think she knew she had to hold it. My word, to deliver in the moment. That is why she is one of the best in the women's game. Min-Ji Lee. Then to have to follow that just a couple of moments later, almost 400 meters away, Lee Dae-yeon. Not the best wedge shot, but a brilliant birdie on the 17th. They took it a 9 under as well. And she had this to win outright on the 18th. A brilliant try. It just wasn't to be in regulation. Looked like she hit a good putt, maybe just a little misread It's a game of fine margins, golf. There's nothing to separate Minjee Lee and Lee Daeyeon. They're down to the 18th tee for a sudden death playoff. Crown this year's Hana Financial Group champion. There they go. In the carts, past the fans and back to the 18th. Took 3 holes to separate them in 2023. Back then it was a 3-way playoff. Patty Tavatanakit of Thailand was also involved. It's just Daeyeon and Minjee in 2025.
I often wonder when in playoffs when they last forever why they don't cart them, like all of them. You know what I mean? If they keep going and going and they're losing daylight, why they don't have carts for the whole playoff. Not right now.
Wherever you're watching us from around the world, it's safe to say it's been an enthralling afternoon of some golf, which has culminated in a sudden death playoff between Australian Minjee Lee and the pocket rocket Lee Daeyeon. His grandstands at the back of the 18th, packed to the brim. Fairways lined a couple deep as well. Looks like Minjee has won the tee toss and will be leading us off on the first extra hole here at Bears Best. Equation's the same. Just got to find the fairway, give yourself a chance to be aggressive with your second shot. Just like she did in regulation, it's the left half of the fairway. It's the pressure. And Daeyeon.
멈춰주세요. 플레이하겠습니다.
Daeyeon responds, finding the fairway herself. A good chance to thank everyone from around the world for tuning in this Sunday afternoon. Captivating stuff at the Hana Financial Group Championship, whether you're watching in Australia, in Europe, stateside, or here in Asia, or even on YouTube. I've been keeping an eye on the comments thread and the live chat on the YouTube stream on SBS Golf's YouTube page, and it's been highly entertaining. A lot of support for both players, Minjee Lee and Lee Daeyeon. A couple of predictions as well that Daeyeon's going to get it done with a birdie here on the first extra hole. We'll have to see if that comes to fruition. Two very efficient golf swings, two world-class players, but only one can win the Hana Financial Group Championship. They are no strangers to each other in this very situation. Dion getting the best of Minji in 2023. Be a chance for sweet revenge for the Australian 2 years later. Hesitant to use the term match play situation, but it really is playoff. Both players having found the fairway. Dion will have the opportunity to hit first. Maybe just put a little bit of pressure on Minji. Of course, if Dion does run into some difficulty, it makes Minji's shots so much simpler. Process, stick to your thoughts, and two of them know how to play this hole, especially to this hole location. Just try and use that slope as he can. Minji got a bit unlucky with that ball hang up in the fringe in regulation. Dion was able to get a beautiful approach, unable to convert the putt. Still too tight to call between these two. Said it since I started doing commentary for the KLPGA Tour some 4.5 years ago. Dion's got one of my favorite swings in South Korea, just so technically solid. He has very good control of her dispersion. There's a reason why she's won 8 times on this domestic circuit. Expect her to stay aggressive here. In favor the left side of the screen. Use the contours. Turn to get that ball hanging up in the left fringe. So a little advantage for Minji Lee. Not wasting any time, Minji. Slight downhill lie. Should flatten out the ball fight a little bit, but touch more cut spin on it as well. She's got 132 meters to go. Oh no! Comes up just a little shy. How about that ball kick? That could be bunkered. Pendulum of momentum. Away from the Australian and back towards the South Korean. Clumsy miss there from Minji. problems for Minji is that ball's rolled into a nice flat spot in the bunker.
하나 그분으로 챔피언십 연장전을 함께해 주시는 갤러 여러분 대단히 감사드립니다. 연장전을 기다리고 있는 이민지 선수와 이다현 선수에게
Minji and Dayon have to play. Certainly simpler just by being on the left fringe of the green, everything just gently sloping down towards the hole. Minji, good clean line the bunker. She's working a little uphill, so she can be a touch more aggressive with her effort. You know how good she is from the sand. Remember that excellent bunker shot she hole. That was much harder than this on the 12th hole in the opening round. Hardly had any green to work with. Moment of brilliance for us on Friday. Minji to play first from the green side trap in the sudden death playoff. Excellent shot. I think that's going to be good enough to secure a 4. Now the question is for Lee Dayon, just cozy one down there to within tap-in range and go back towards the tee. Do you try and have your hero moment and win it outright? Another look at this excellent technique from Minji Lee. Get the hands nice and low, club face wide open, accelerate into the sand. Pops up nice, high and soft. Just has to be careful with this one, Dayon. Lies in play for today's final round after the rain we had all week long. Just making sure that this ball rolls smoothly through the 3-4 feet of fringe before it gets on the green. It's all downhill for Dayon. It's just about pace, this one. You don't need to give yourself a stressy comeback of a par. Just a matter of controlling your breathing and steadying your nerves. Easy. A bad effort for Dayon. That's a little knee knocker left. Remember that playoff in 2023, she missed about a 2-footer to win the championship outright, the second extra hole. So it's Dayon, a little tiddler. Get in first with a par 4. He has made some great putts with this back nine, not just the birdies. 14, 15 and 17. Think about that big swinging par putt which he had to hold on the par 3 16th. Shouldn't do too much break-wise, Dayon. So not enough to have to start this outside the edge of the cup. Coming uphill, can just play it with pace, take the break out of the equation. No problems for Lee Dayon. In with a 4. off guard and went down to the tee. Minjee just gone through her routine. Relatively straightforward. Putt for par. Take us back to the tee for the second extra hole. The back down 18 will go again. And trade pars on the first playoff hole. Why not hit back for another? Playoff between Minjee Lee and Lee Daeyeon continues here at Bears Best.
연장전이 펼쳐집니다. 다시 한번 최강호에게 응원의 박수를 보내주시기 바랍니다.
Second time of asking. Second playoff hole. Minjee Lee and Lee Daeyeon. And once that cameraman on the 18th tee gets out of the way, I'm sure Minjee will quickly stick a peg in the ground and get us underway. I have to say, I do appreciate the briskness in which Minjee approaches her play in the game of golf. Slow play really is a pandemic. This great game that we all love. Rounds that take more than 5 hours to complete. Never fun for anyone. So Minjee leads us off on the second extra hole. Metronomic swing producing pretty similar results. Slightly better angle now, finding the right half of the fairway. Much flatter lie than the one she had on the first playoff hole. Can Daeyeon respond like she did a couple of moments ago? It's Daeyeon's turn to find that little hump on the left-hand side of the fairway, so know that she's going to have a slightly more hanging lie than Minjee Lee, so you had to say it's probably advantage Lee in this situation. And to Minjee's caddy's point, you wonder why you just don't get cards out for playoffs, especially when they start to carry on a little bit. So good to see some effort from the organisers and the tournament committee here at the Hana Financial Group Championship to just try to speed up play a little bit. I noticed in the past, especially events here in South Korea, if the playoff carries on more than 2 holes, don't be surprised if they change the hole location for the 3rd time out. It's happened in the past. Minjee has experienced it on both occasions in the playoffs against Song Ga-eun and Lee Dae-yeon. Looks like it'll definitely be Dae-yeon first to play the 2nd playoff hole in a row. Didn't make the best of things the first time round, just pulling her approach to the left, but giving her relatively simple up and down, if anything is simple, in the cauldron of pressure that is a sudden death playoff. And then Minjee Lee with a poor 2nd. Just a little poor contact. Needed to fly 2-3 yards more to give herself a good birdie look. Both would get up and down to extend the playoff here at Bears Best. Really, when you think about the contrasting styles in play, and particularly speed of play, Dae-yeon much more methodical, much slower player than Minjee. Pretty much just settles on a number and a club and pulls the trigger. Flag just fluttering in the breeze a little up around the green. Looks like it's coming off the right, neither helping nor hurting. Just got to be wary of this slightly hanging lie for Dae-yeon on a bit of a downslope with the ball below her feet. Tends to push the ball out a little right. Solid contact is an absolute must here. Should work off the slope. There you go. Clever shot from Lee Dae-yeon. That's a pretty similar putt to the one she had in regulation to win. Ball's in your court now, Minjee. So 3-3 playoff record on the LPGA Tour, 2-0 on the Ladies European Tour, and 0-2 on the KLPGA Tour. Oh, that is poor. That's really poor with only a wedge in hand. The lie doesn't look brilliant for the Australians. So Dae-yeon in the driver's seat in this 2nd extra hole. Lee with work to do. Just controlled that flight so nicely, Lee Dae-yeon. She knew she had a little room left with the slope, and she used it to perfection there. This was really an unforced error from Lee. 122 into the hole from a perfectly flat lie, and she's missed the green by, what's that, 8 yards, 10 yards left into some pretty thick rough. That's going to require some short game touch if she wants to continue the action on Championship Sunday.
하나 금융그룹 참여한 12번째 연장전을 함께 해주시는 많은 갤러리 여러분께 진심으로 감사드립니다. 이민지 선수와 이다현 선수에게 큰 응원의 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다.
Just the poor line that left rough going to limit the options that Minji has. Third shot. Doesn't have to deal with the steepest portion of the downhill slope, but it certainly will be working gently downhill towards that hole location. I don't think she's got the option to try and play this off the back of her stance, to try and bump this through the fringe. She's got to the club face a little open, try and carry it onto the green, have it chase on out. Again, let's check on this. Grass caught between club face and ball. Don't take anything inside of 3 feet. It's not bad at all. Birdie putt. This 18th hole to become the first player to win multiple financial group championships. Since the triumph here in 2023, a couple of close calls already this season for Dion. It's a slightly different putt to the one that she faced on the 72nd hole. But she'll know what this does. Instead a little right. 18th hole, first go around, this to win. Can't do it. Oh my goodness. The full 360 lip out. Drama continues at Bear's best. Oh, that looked in all the way and somehow the ball stays above ground. That's just golf, isn't it? You can do everything right and that silly little ball somehow finds a way to stay out of the cup. And after all, that Minji Lee, the second lease of life in this playoff. It's a bit of a stressy one to keep things going. Tricky putts where you're trying to work out if you need to start it sort of outside left lip or just on the left lip. I have to say, given the circumstances, you take the break out of it, don't give the hole away, just play it with pace. This to extend the playoff for Lee. Nope, not gonna go. And it's Hana heartbreak for Minji Lee once more, who falls on the second extra hole to Lee Daeyeon. Daeyeon does it again. Absolutely terrific stuff. Back in the winner's circle after an epic Sunday showdown with one of the best in the women's game. It took 2 holes of extra time, but Lee Daeyeon claims a second Hana Financial Group championship title. And it's relief and elation for the 28-year-old who picks up her 9th KLPGA Tour victory on the very same green where she won her 8th 2 years ago. She's a big game hunter, huge talent, has had her issues with injury through the years, always plays a bit of a limited schedule, but she is going to take so much confidence and great pride from this victory. Many congratulations, Lee Daeyeon, your 2025 champion here at the Hana Financial Group Championship. Again, full credit to Minji Lee, who gave herself every chance with that amazing birdie finish. And somehow that ball didn't go, and it wouldn't matter. Minji's missed par putt, handing the title to Daeyeon. And if you're Minji Lee, you can't help but feel a little disappointed. He found the fairway both times in the playoff and then couldn't hit the green with a short iron, a wedge in hand. And just relief across the face of Lee Daeyeon. He played some sparkling golf and played her part to deliver drama, world-class golf when it mattered most on Championship Sunday. A deserving winner in 2025.
됐다. 네네, 거기도 여기 한 번만 봐주겠어요? 여기 가져 움직이지 말아요. 다리가 좋아, 다리. 오라고. 일로 와. 여기 사실까요? 어디요? 사억 2천밖에 안 되는데. 14위요. 14위.
네, 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. 네, 우선 올 25년도 준비하면서 정말 우승하나 보고 달려왔는데 정말 부상에서부터 우승하기까지 너무 도와주신 분들도 많고 또 함께 해주신 분들도 너무 많아서 정말 한 분 한 분 다 말씀드리고 싶은데 그렇게 다 기억이 지금 너무 안 나가지고 말씀 못 드려서 너무 끝나고 꼭 말씀드리도록 하겠습니다. 근데 제가 근데 제가 너무 이제 작년 겨울에도 제가 또 수술을 한번 했었거든요. 그래서 24년 시즌에서 부상도 있었고 또 수술도 했고 하기 때문에 25년도를 더 잘 준비하고 싶다라는 욕심이 많았었던 것 같아요. 그래서 올 초에도 그렇고 중반에도 그렇고 욕심이 많이 들어가면서 좀 우승 찬스가 왔었을 때 놓쳤던 부분들이 굉장히 많았었는데 또 저희 권호섭 회장님께서 늘 제가 어떤 순간에도 제가 다치지 않고 정말 이 경기장 위에서 정말 자유롭게 공 치었으면 좋겠다 하시는 그런 말씀을 늘 해주셔서 정말 덕분에 제가 이렇게 우승까지 할 수 있었던 것 같습니다. 너무너무 감사드립니다. 감사합니다. 작년 겨울에 수술한 이후로는 정말 그게 마지막으로 수술을 한 거거든요. 그래서 지금은 정말 많이 좋아졌고 지금은 따로 아픈 곳 없이 정말 성적이 너무 잘 나오는 게 정말 제 몸이 많이 좋아졌다고 그렇게 보여지는 것 같아요. 네, 우선 제가 25년도 시즌을 준비하면서 메이저 우승을 가장 큰 목표로 삼았는데요. 아무래도 아직 하나의 메이저가 남아있기 때문에 그래도 정말 다행인 게 정말 메이저 대회에 앞서 이렇게 좋은 정말 자신감을 얻을 수 있는 우승이 또 나와줘서 너무 감사하고 제가 목표로 하는 그 목표를 향해서 계속해서 도전하는 또 25년도를 보내려고 합니다. 감사합니다.
Well, how do you reflect on what an amazing day it was at Bears Best? We're going to try our best, though, and we'll start with the overnight leader, Park Hye-jun, who was looking to go wire to wire this week. Started off her day brilliantly with a birdie at the opening hole, but had her struggles at the par 4 third. Ultimately taking a double bogey, what was a 3-shot lead evaporating into the slimmest of margins. 10th, well, we thought the reigning star champion, Yoo Hyun-jo, last year's Rookie of the Year, was going to assert her dominance on the top of the leaderboard. A birdie there, taking her to the top of the pile. And then Min-ji Lee needed the putter to start heating up, and it certainly did that on the 11th with a vital birdie, keeping her title hopes alive. Fortunately for Park Hye-jun, it was a bogey that dropped her back alongside Lee at 7 under, handing the solo lead to Yoo Hyun-jo. But little did we know there were more twists and turns to come on the back nine. Min-ji Lee, so very nearly a birdie there on the 14th. Wouldn't be the only 360 lip out we saw on Championship Sunday. Didn't know at that time, of course. In the championship, you figured it was very much a 4-horse race between Daeon, Min-ji Hyun-ju, and Park Hye-jun. Lee Daeon's timely birdie on the 14th would make it a 3-way tie for second place, just one shot behind Yoo Hyun-jo, who was in cruise control before this shot on 15. A cold top into the penalty area for the championship leader, who up to that point had looked unflappable. Daeon, however, as she has done so many times in her career, would pounce. backing up her birdie on 14 with a stellar wedge shot and a nicely holed putt on 15. A two-shot swing with Hyun Jo making bogey, Daeyeon making birdie. All of a sudden, she found herself at 8 under par. Hyun had a chance to tie, was unable to capitalize. And to be fair, Hyun Jo did very well to limit the damage to just 1. And on the 16th hole, things would go from bad to worse. For the 20-year-old, a poor tee shot left her in the weeds. Go on to make back-to-back bogeys to effectively thwart her chances of a second victory of the season. Dropping a shot on 16 as well as Park Hye-jun. And then on 17 in the penultimate group, needed something special. She knew she needed at least a birdie coming home, and this one just had enough speed for Min-ji Lee to grab a share of the lead with Lee Daeyeon. And this remarkable finish to the Australians' round. A much-needed birdie in a pressure-packed situation. Lee would post 9 under par as the clubhouse target. Because moments later, on the 71st hole, Daeyeon would respond with another moment of brilliance. And there were 2 at 9 under par, but Daeyeon still had the 18th to play. She gave herself a chance to win outright. A birdie putt from 12 feet, just slipping by the right edge. For the 3rd time in 5 years, he headed to a playoff. The Hana Financial Group Championship on the line. For the 2nd time in 3 years, that playoff would involve Min-ji Lee and Lee Daeyeon. The first playoff hole, Lee found herself in the bunker, but calmly knocked it out with pretty much tap-in range to secure her 4. Daeyeon got a little racy with her birdie putt from the left fringe. Thankfully, both would make their putts. And then another clumsy wedge shot from the middle of the fairway left Lee in an awkward position. A nice little pitch shot, but still a little meat left on that bone for par. And a similar putt to the one she had in regulation, and somehow this lipped out. She settled for par, put the pressure back on Lee. To make this putt to extend the playoff, it wouldn't drop. Hana heartbreak for Min-ji Lee again in a playoff, but jubilation for Lee Daeyeon, who claims victory in 2025.
힘없는 박수 한번 보내주시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다. 자, 그럼 하나금융그룹 챔피언십 시상에 앞서 성공적인 대회 개최를 위해 큰 힘이 되어주신 내빈분들을 한 분 한 분 소개해드리겠습니다. 소개해드리는 내빈께서는 한 걸음 앞으로 나와 인사해 주시기 바랍니다. 먼저 이번 대회의 대회장이신 하나금융그룹 한영주 회장님을 소개합니다. 감사합니다. 다음으로 한국여자프로골프협회 김상열 회장님을 소개합니다. 감사합니다. 다음으로 SBS골프 이상근 대표님을 소개합니다. 감사합니다. 다음으로 베어즈 베스트 청라 골프클럽 지승열 대표이사님이십니다. 감사합니다. 다음으로 마카오 정부 관광청 유치영 대표님을 소개합니다. 네, 여러분 다시 한번 큰 박수로 환영해 주시기 바랍니다. 본 시상에 앞서 먼저 첫 순서로 특별상 시상이 있겠습니다. 오늘 특별상은 코스 레코드 그리고 데일리 베스트 시상을 준비했는데요. 먼저 코스 레코드 시상입니다. 베어즈 베스트 골프클럽 미국 유럽 코스에서 진행하는 하나금융그룹 챔피언십 대회에서는 아직 코스 레코드 기록이 나온 적이 없었는데요. 드디어 올해 첫 코스 레코드 기록이 나왔습니다. 시상에는 베어즈 베스트 청라 골프클럽 지승열 대표이사님께서 도와주시겠습니다. 앞으로 모시겠습니다. 자, 코스 레코드 주인공은 3라운드에서 66타를 기록한 유현조 프로입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 유현조 프로는 오늘 부상으로 베어즈 베스트 청라 골프클럽에서 준비한 300만 원을 수여받습니다. 진심으로 축하드립니다. 네, 지승열 대표이사님께서 직접 시상 보드 전달해 주시고요. 꽃다발도 함께 안겨드리도록 하겠습니다.
자, 사람, 자, 앞에 보세요. 네, 자, 사람다.
네, 여러분 유현조 프로에게 다시 한번 축하의 박수를 보내주시기 바랍니다. 시상을 도와주신 지승열 대표이사님 감사합니다. 다음으로 특별상 데일리 베스트 시상입니다. 라운드별 가장 좋은 성적을 기록한 데일리 베스트 시상에는 마카오 정부 관광청 유치영 대표님께서 도와주시겠습니다. 앞으로 모시겠습니다. 2025년 하나금융그룹 챔피언십 대회 데일리 베스트상 수상자는 먼저 1라운드 69타를 기록한 박혜준 선수, 2라운드 68타를 기록한 이민지 선수, 3라운드 66타를 기록한 유현조 선수, 4라운드 66타를 기록한 이재윤 선수가 있었는데요. 오늘 대표로 저희 오늘 이민지 선수 데일리 베스트상 수상자로 한번 불러보도록 하겠습니다. 연장전까지 가는 정말 아쉬운 승부 끝에 최선을 다해준 우리 이민지 선수 뜨거운 박수로 맞이해 주시기 바랍니다. 네, 정말 이민지 선수 2라운드 68타를 기록하고 오늘 대표로 데일리 베스트상 수상을 하는데요. 데일리 베스트 상품으로 마카오 관광상품권 200만 원권이 수여됩니다. 유치영 대표님께서 직접 전달해 주시고요. 축하 꽃다발까지 함께 안겨드립니다. 네, 사진 촬영 함께 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
네, 자, 사람다.
네, 감사합니다. 여러분 이민지 선수에게 다시 한번 네, 뜨거운 박수를 부탁드리겠습니다. 유치영 대표님 감사드립니다. 자, 이제 대망의 우승자에 대한 시상식을 이어가겠습니다. 우승자 시상은 대회장이신 하나금융그룹 한영조 회장님, 한국여자프로골프협회 김상열 회장님, SBS골프 이상근 대표님께서 도와주시겠습니다. 먼저 한국여자프로골프협회 김상열 회장님을 앞으로 모시겠습니다. (2025년) 하나금융그룹 챔피언십 우승자는 1라운드 69타, 2라운드 73타, 3라운드 68타, 4라운드 69타, 토탈 279타를 기록하고 두 번의 연장 접전 끝에 우승을 차지한 이다연 프로입니다. 축하드립니다. 네, 이다연 프로 정말 올 시즌 우승을 간절히 바라고 있었는데요. 오늘 정말 기분 좋은 결과를 만들어냈습니다. 먼저 한국여자프로골프협회 김상열 회장님께서 우승자 한복을 직접 전달해 주시겠습니다. 네, 먼저 저희 많은 팬클럽분들이 오셔서 응원을 해주고 계시는데요. 2023년도에서도 정말 잘 어울렸었는데 이다연 선수 한복이 정말 잘 어울립니다. 우승자 한복을 이다연 선수 사진 촬영 함께 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 자, 이어서 하나금융그룹 한영주 회장님께서 우승 트로피를 전달하도록 하겠습니다. 앞쪽으로 모시겠습니다. 네, 정말 하나금융그룹 챔피언십 트로피가 정말 멋진데요. 이다은 선수 다시 한번 트로피를 거머쥐었습니다.
놔두세요.
사진 촬영 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 다음으로 하나금융그룹 챔피언십만의 시그니처 퍼포먼스인 하나 원큐 상금이체 시간입니다. 얼굴 인증만으로도 1초 만에 로그인해서 정말 쉽고 빠르게 이체가 가능한 하나금융 대표 생활금융 서비스인 하나 원큐. 바로 지금 하나금융그룹 함영주 회장님께서 하나 원큐를 통해 우승자인 이다연 선수에게 상금을 이체해 주시겠습니다. 회장님, 이체 인증을 부탁드립니다. 와, 정말 빠르게 인증이 가능한데요. 대망의 우승 상금 2억 7천만 원의 이체 승인만을 남겨두고 있습니다. 함영주 회장님 준비되셨다면 승인 버튼을 눌러주세요. 네, 여러분, 쉽고 빠른 하나 원큐를 통해 이렇게 우승자 이다연 선수에게 2억 7천만 원의 상금이 이 자리에서 바로 이체가 되었습니다. 이다연 프로 다시 한번 우승 축하드리고요. 시상투표와 함께 사진 촬영 진행하겠습니다. 트로피도 함께 안겨드립니다. 네, 항상 이렇게 하나 원큐 서비스를 통해서 이렇게 이 자리에서 상금 이체를 하는 특별한 이벤트로 함께하고 있는데요. 더욱더 의미 있는 시상식이 되는 것 같습니다. 네, 감사합니다. 회장님 자리로 잠시 모시겠습니다. 자, 이제 마지막으로 SBS골프 이상근 대표님께서 우승자 부상과 꽃다발 시상을 함께 해주시겠습니다. 앞으로 모시겠습니다. 자, 이번 하나금융그룹 챔피언십에서는 우승자 부상이 아주 풍성하게 준비되어 있는데요. 자, 우승자에게는 200만 원 상당의 미쉐린 타이어 교환권, 300만 원 상당의 마카오 관광 상품권, 800만 원 상당의 세라제 마스터 V11, 그리고 650만 원 상당의 넥스 침대 매트리스가 제공되는데요. 와, 정말 우승자 부상이 풍성하죠. 먼저 우승자 부상 시상 보드와 함께 또 축하 꽃다발까지 전달하도록 하겠습니다. 자, 사진 촬영 함께 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
자, 보세요. 자, 사랑합니다. 네, 하나, 둘.
와, 정말 오늘 우승 상금도 그렇고 트로피도 그렇지만 우승자 부상까지 정말 풍성하게 준비되어 있는 대회였는데요. 이다연 선수 다시 한번 축하드리고요. 자, 저희 이 우승자와 시상해주신 내빈분들 모두 모시고 기념 촬영 함께 진행하도록 하겠습니다. 중앙으로 모셔보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 저희 아까 안겨드렸던 꽃다발 그리고 시상 우승 상금 시상 보드, 트로피도 모두 함께 촬영을 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
분명히 안 맞네. 저 반보만 우측으로 이동하시죠. 반보만 우측으로 이동하시죠. 우측으로.
네, 조금만 우측으로 한 발짝씩만 이동을 부탁드립니다.
좋습니다. 자, 촬영하겠습니다. 네, 자, 앞에 보세요. 자, 하나, 둘.
Well, many congratulations once again to Lee Daeon, our winner of this year's Hana Financial Group Championship. It's been another stunning week here at Bears Best in South Korea, and thank you wherever you watch us around the world for your company over these last 4 days. It's been a privilege as always to bring you the best of golf from the KLPGA Tour, and certainly look forward to your company next week when we tee it up at Blue Heron for the Haight Jinro Championship. Until then, have a lovely Sunday ahead. I'm Timothy Lowe saying bye-bye for now, and we'll see you next time on the KLPGA Tour.